This is so dope, a man with a watch looking like he broke the bank, but he promised me he's not. He said he got started from his wife and a pop's watch, face so fat the band had stretch marks. It shines so bright that you can see it from Mars. Man, he blinded me, reflecting headlights from the cars. He's got to be a rapper, baller, or a movie star, but nah, he's too humble to be all of the above. So he said, my name is Trap, oh, cause you bees in the trap. Nah, it ain't even like that, and he tilted his bull's cap. Introduced me to his wife, and she had one too. Wrist game so cold that she could build igloos out of nothing. They legit, they even bless their kids. Man, when they all stand in the road, they look like 4 Giotto rims. Tight like Tim's on a New York summer day. I just gotta be down, but he had to set me straight like.
Yo, what's happening? What's going on, family? It's your boy, Trap Vision 3D, and you have made it to the lifestyle. Happy NFL Sunday weekend. I don't know who you root for. Of course, y'all already see what it is with me. Yeah, and my team actually came out, you know what I'm saying, on top today. So, you know what I'm saying, shout out to the Bears over the 49ers. Final score was 19-10. What's going on, Cliff? What's happening, boy? Currently, right now, and I know some people gonna see this later. Actually got the Packers are 0, Vikings 7. Currently, Giants 0, Titans 13. I'm not surprised. I mean, I know Giants fans. I know my bro, 2 of my bros are Giants fans, man. But you know, we'll see what they do this season. What's going on, Luciano? Watchman 54. What's happening? Let's see. The Raiders currently is 3. What's up? You got an update? What you got to say? Why you got that up? Y'all lost, didn't y'all? Oh no, y'all won. Y'all won.
My team lost.
No, it didn't. The Pats won.
Patriot got blew out 20-7.
The Patriots did not lose. No, the Dolphins got Patriots. 20. Patriots 20. Oh, your team got. So why you rocking that jersey like it's cool?
Because he played it. He's still my favorite player.
Okay, all right. So I got the Pats lost. Pats lost. My bad. I had that wrong. Pats was had 7. Dolphins had 20. Commanders. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah. Watch that. I don't have their score. I got the let's see. Steelers with 23 over the Bengals. 20. I got the Eagles over the Lions, 38-35. I actually saw some of that game, man. It looked like a pretty good game. And then the Bills, 31 over the Rams at 10. So your Commanders won. I don't have their score in front of me, man. I apologize. I didn't have everybody's score out here. Just wanted to get that update. And I know I was talking to my man Jay earlier. And as much as I love coming on here on a Sunday, Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey Bob, what was the final score? What was the final score? As much as I like doing, you know, lives on Sundays and stuff like that, we're in NFL season. So this will probably be depending. This may be one of the last shows I'll do on a Sunday. If not, it'll be a show that drops probably around between 8 and 9 o'clock. You know, if we're gonna do these type of shows, you know, I really don't want to interfere with NFL because regardless if my team is playing that Sunday or not, I still watch football, and I know you guys like watching football as well. And if we do a show, it won't even be watch related. It'll be more of NFL type of shows. Or let's see. Okay, cool. So that's your Washington Commanders. If you guys can see that, that's your Washington Commanders final score. Final score. And I'm pretty sure Bob had on his gear. So honestly, that's historical now, Bob. I mean, because you have the original Washington stuff, jerseys and whatnot of their old name, which I guess is not politically correct to say anymore. But and correct me if I'm wrong, you do have a watch, a Pro Diver or something like that with the old team's name on it, which in my book, I consider that to be a collector's item. Really do. I consider that to be a collector's item at this point. So yeah. Right now we are waiting on, I guess, and I know tonight it's football season. It's football season, and hold on. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you guys on a quick break. Give me a second. I want to make sure that my guest is he's getting on correct. I mean, he's been on here before. Y'all know who it is. Y'all saw the thumbnail. The Panthers lost. Yep. Have the original watch there, Ryan. So so that's a collector's item, man. That's a collector's item. All right. Before I was about to go out on that one. I do want to say this. I don't know what the condition of as far as Invicta's going forward. I know that there has been a lot of changes lately, and I know we've had these discussions about the new Invicta with the new models that they have, like the Carbon Hog. You got the Flying Fox. You have the Hurricane. I guess Thermoglow is in its own category. I thought the Thermoglow was Coalition Force, but I could be wrong. There's a number of different. What's going on, Ad? There's a number of different Invictas that's coming out now, and I've actually had some conversations with some collectors back and forth on not wanting to collect some of the new stuff versus the old stuff. And for me, the old stuff is where it is with me, because I've seen some designs. As a matter of fact, Bob, you're one of them that actually showed me behind the scenes a number of watches that you have in your collection that I'm like, wow. For example, oh my gosh, my here you go. When I found this one in Tennessee, Bob showed me some different colorways of it. And it's funny that Bob actually has, these watches, which it does make you sort of a library for Invicta. And the information that we don't know about, or the stuff we haven't seen, you are a great reference point for that. So for that, we greatly appreciate you, man. So give me a second, y'all. I'll put myself on a brief pause, I guess. So I actually have to give me a second, y'all. Give me just a second. I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but I'm in a different screen over here. And let's see, let me come back. Let's see if that. All right. There we go. Okay, so there we go. All right, y'all. So without further ado, tonight we want to introduce another staple in the community. I'll say a pillar of the community, of the Invicta community, as well as veteran status, as well as Mr. Fantastic himself, man. So if you guys have not seen or heard of this man, here you go.
And in here are all automatic watches. These watches, I had bought this watch here. I got the call in and talked to him. I said, Chef, you should make a Pro Diver 50 millimeters or more and have diamonds on it. Okay. Last year,
He made it.
he made it and stuff like that. He was down in Florida. I called in. He said, Godfather, pick a watch you don't have, and I will buy it for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How's it going, man?
Man, it's going great, man. You know, it's always a pleasure to have you on here, man. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. You know how I do.
Yes,
and
sir.
it's always a pleasure to be on the show with you, and to see all these, wonderful people, in the chat and everything like that. This is, unbelievable.
Yeah, man. Dude, I've been thinking about this all week, really. For those that don't know, Godfather, I mean, before I knew who he was, you hear his name on Shop HQ. It was actually Evine at the time.
Yeah.
And you would see, they'll shout him out, you know what I'm saying? Great fan. They either call him Godfather or Glenn, but like you'll hear Glenn every so often. And if they say Glenn in the chat, people like, no, that ain't Glenn. It's Godfather. Get it together. And it was like, okay, whoever was reading the chat was like, hey, y'all, look, do not call him Glenn. Because people in the chat, they pissed off.
And I tell folks, if you're going to use Glenn in the chat, that's my government name. Make sure you spell it correctly, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you spell it correctly.
Yeah.
Two ends,
Two ends. That was one of my buddies. He had two ends. Guy I grew up with in Chicago. So yeah, man, it is a pleasure to have Mr. Fantastic, the photographer, the Godfather, man, my guy. Bro, I know that. Here comes somebody. Here comes somebody. What you throwing me down for?
That shirt.
No, wait a minute. First of all, your team tied. Did you see the coach?
Hey, that's okay.
Her team tied.
But my guy Pittman got me some points.
Oh yeah, if you guys are playing fantasy football, oh yeah, dude.
Cooks got me some points. I had both teams going against each other.
Ain't that messed up?
Got some points.
Well, I guess that's the beauty of fantasy.
Hi, Godfather.
Hi, DC. How you doing?
Happy birthday again.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So let's you know what I'm saying? Let's celebrate. Everybody like in the chat, throw up some like a cake emoji or something like that, but just celebrating life. Godfather has made it another year. We have been blessed with our brother for another year. And I know we go back and forth. We do the compliments and all this other stuff, man. But you've been a solid guy. A man of knowledge and stuff like that, bro. And I know a lot of people here know your story, some don't. But before we get off into, because I see you sitting in front of, look, y'all, and I got a chance to actually sit in that room and touch and feel. And yo, when I say Godfather's collection is on point, man, dude. I got the official. You gave us the official count, but I'll let you give that count on your own. I didn't even want. I feel like that's exclusive information to who was in that room. You know what I'm saying?
Well, first things first.
Yes, sir.
I need to give a shout out to everybody that's online. Then I also want to give a shout out to my cousin Edmund Maynard. And my dear good friend, Ana Francisco Pena. Very good friend of mine and stuff like that. These two people have, been in my life, for a very long time, especially Edmund, I changed his diaper. So, you know how that goes.
Wow. Wow. That goes back. Back, man. That's a lot of heritage, man, in history. That's crazy.
And see, my family's starting to pop in. That's Mina. Okay.
Hey, Mina.
That's Mina Johnson, another one of my cousins and stuff like that,
Right.
These are the folks that, she's one of the folks that when they have an issue with the computer, they call me. Maya, my niece and everything like that, It's like, Hey, you know, look, I spread the word, okay? I put the word
That's
out
what's
because
up,
I
man.
want people to come on in and to see your channel and everything. Not just to see me, but to see your channel and see what it's all about, you know?
Right. Well, you know what? The Godfather family, we welcome you to the man. This the lifestyle, man. You know, and here's the deal. We've had the pleasure of like you guys grew up with him and see him on a regular basis. We just get to him on chats and if we do have a cruise or something like that. And I could tell you guys off top, my first interaction with him was like, I said, this is him. I'm sitting in front of this guy. And it wasn't like me talking to a celebrity. It was like somebody, a part of my family that I hadn't seen. I was like, yo, this is it. Like, I mean, you've always been like genuine, you know what I'm saying? So, and I love one thing about you. If you don't like something, you gonna say it like, hey, look, first and foremost, nah. I respect that, man. I respect that. You don't sugarcoat. So I'm like, I'm with it. So well, I want to welcome your family in here, man. What's going on, D?
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm here after the first half. I'm sorry, Vic. Your team, listen, man. You can't, you know, like picking your team sometimes is just like having your family. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know what I'm saying? You just got to take the good with the bad. And right now, yeah, I mean, y'all got some championships though. Y'all got more championships than my team. So, you know what I'm saying? Pat yourself on the back a little bit. Don't be too mad at them. I'm just saying, right? We ain't seen one since 85. You know what I mean?
Hey, I look at it this way. You guys are doing better than me because I don't have a team, you know?
Yeah.
And then, of course, another one of my cousins, you know, Mona Johnson, Mojo, you know, she's up in here and stuff like that.
Evan said, hey, you have to tell a story about changing my diaper.
Hey, you know.
Hey, that's how you know you family on this channel, bro. Hey, look, man, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. We hold no bars over here, man. We don't hold nothing against anybody, man. That's one thing we'll never forget when I meet you. Have I met? Okay, were they there the last time I came?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were there. Anna was not here. Anna has a sister named Anna. Okay. So the older sister Anna was there. The one that's in the chat was not there.
Okay.
And then now Danielle P, you know, another one of my good friends, you know, 16 years known her, or Carlos Nunez. Now Carlos Nunez is Anna's husband, the one that's in the chat.
Okay. Welcome, man. Welcome in here. Welcome in.
All my family, all my friends and stuff like they're like friends. Look, this is family.
Right.
Always been family from day one. I have never treated anybody as a friend. Okay, you come up to me thinking you're a friend, but you know, after you leave, you're family.
Most definitely.
You know, I invited you to my house. You know, and I told you when you came to my house. Okay, you family. All right. I said you can act shy if you want to. When it comes to this food, you leave here hungry.
Man. Hey, I can tell you one thing. When I walked in there and you was like, hey, the food is already ready. Go in there, get you a plate. I saw that line was kind of poking out. That little room, the cake room is what I call it.
Yeah.
But once that line died down, I was in there, got my plate. I sat down. Everybody was sitting down eating. When they got through, y'all know I eat fast. If y'all don't know, I eat fast. I inhale. You know, that's something I got from the military. I just can't help it. It's like, all right, I'm next plate. I had 3 plates. 3. And I took 2.
Check this out. So Ryan Johnson came to the Labor Day cookout, right? Ryan Johnson got in there, got his plate and everything like that. Ryan Johnson was on his 2nd plate while everybody was still on their 1st.
Man, plays no games, bro.
I mean, I look at that as you know, highest praise to where the food was good.
Right.
Okay? The food had to be good for somebody to go back for seconds and thirds or whatever, you know. And I tell people, you come to my cookout, okay, you can have seconds and thirds and take food home with you. And if you leave my cookout hungry, it's your own damn fault.
Yes, you need that on a shirt or something. You need
I'm gonna put a sign up for the next cookout. I'm gonna have a sign up in the garage there that says, if you leave here hungry, it's your own fault, you know?
Okay, Eagles win. No, you are just on time. So,
Yeah.
Godfather, what you got on the wrist today?
Okay, so let me pop this off. And everybody knows how I wear my watch. And of course, you know, Deidre, during the cookout, because everybody was asking me, hey, can I take a picture with your watch? And I had to flip it over. So I had flipped the watch over, and Deidre got on and said, hey, that ain't the way you wear your watch. Put it on correct. I'm like, okay. But I am wearing the new Invicta Cristal.
Oh, you got it.
Yep.
Oh,
Got
wow.
in the rose gold. I'm hoping this thing comes in.
No, we can see it. We can see it.
Rose gold with all the stones. And the stones are highlighted. The stones are like in different colors. Okay.
Okay, I do see that.
They're just light. Let me see if I can get back up.
Oh, yeah, it did come in a little bit better. Because I see to the like 9 o'clock, that looked like a different color set than the one at the 6 o'clock.
Yeah. So I'm just.
That's crazy. So now that's all mechanical, right?
Yeah, this is pure mechanical. You have to wind this up.
Okay.
You have to wind it up. And you know me, I like mechanical movements, right? So I picked this up, and I especially picked it up in the rose because the rose gold is becoming the new color. Okay.
Yeah,
and I like rose gold for the simple fact that it looks antique. Okay. If you have something that's gold that you've had around for a long time, it sort of gets that brownish orange look, you know. So that's what I have this here, you know. And so I picked that up, and you know, I even told Ryan that I got it in the rose, and I got it in the light blue.
Oh, so you got two?
I actually got three.
Oh my gosh.
I picked it up in the black as well.
You do not play.
Look, it's just something about it. Now, I am skeptical about wearing watches with stones on the bezel because of the way I wear my watch.
Right.
I don't want to bang it and lose a stone because I'm going to be upset I lose a stone, you know. But there was something about this watch that was just slapping me, you know, 6 ways to Sunday, you know, like bang, bang, bang. Like, and I'm like, yeah, I like that rose gold. Ooh, that light blue is nice. You know, the dark blue didn't grab me. The light blue, you know, did, and everything like that there. And I mean, and then the black, the stones just stood out on the black, you know, just popped. That's like, yeah, let me get that, you know. So and I bought this, and it arrived after the cookout and everything, but that wasn't my birthday watch. And let me tell you something. The cookout, John Gangy, okay? My brother, okay, came to the cookout and blessed me, okay? When I say blessed me, I mean from the highest mountain on high. This man blessed me with 2 X-Wings, automatic.
What?
Crystals.
What?
And
hold on, we got to get on. Hold on, we got to put that on.
Okay. So this with the tinted crystal.
Jeez, bro.
Okay. And this one here.
Jeez.
With the tinted crystal.
But that came in good too. That thing's beautiful, man.
Yeah. Automatic gold. The other one is black with the tinted crystals. And John, let me tell you something, okay? They have already been sized, and I have already been wearing them. These items are beautiful, okay? When I say beautiful, beautiful in all caps, underline 50 million exclamation points. People were looking at these at the cookout, okay? And it was like, oh, man, these are sweet. You know, they're like, what, did Invicta give you this? No. My brother John Gangi gave these to me.
Man.
And so, I mean, you know, and from day one, okay, you guys came to the cookout. John came to the cookout. I embrace you guys as family. Family does not have to do this. Family did this. And I mean, you know, I'm just happy that John was able to make it down, not because of the watches, because I wanted to make sure that he came and had a good time at the cookout. You know, the food, the grills and stuff like that. And everything I have Ryan Johnson said on Sunday has been verified. Okay. He verified my 7 grills. Okay.
Yep.
It's not Photoshop. It's not grills that I borrow from anybody. He verified the 7 grills. He verified my 300 plus watches. 347 with the 2 that John gave me. Okay.
Sheesh.
So, you know, and now the cookout was, okay, I had a surprise. I told everybody, big surprise coming. Some people figured it out and everything like that. Don't know how, but they figured it out, you know. Everybody had a good time with Ryan Johnson. We had some swag bags, okay? Did not know swag bags were coming. Hey, that's swag bags. Okay, hey, that's nice. Ryan was telling me that he was going to bring some equipment because he was going to do some video clips to upload.
Right.
Okay. Did not know we were going live. I just thought we were doing video clips. So the going live was a surprise to me. Okay. And it's like I went, Deidre and them, you know, they playing cards and stuff like that. I said, hey, Ryan's going to need this room about, you know, 7:30, 8 o'clock so he can sit up. And I figured he's going to do clips in the room.
Right. Right.
Now, we went live, man. And I mean, everybody had a wonderful time. And, you know, I was not expecting to be live there with him. I figured, hey, we talked about the scubas. I figured, you know, he'll have other people come in. No, he ended up keeping me there and bringing other people in to talk about the other watches and everything like that. So,
you know what's crazy about that, Godfather, is when we look at it, and I think sometimes we can take this for granted, but Ryan, Kendi, Fatima, all of these guys are TV personalities. Now, Ryan just happened, you know, I know he started out as a hair model, started working for Invicta, like 9 to 10 years ago, right? But they have an award for these, you know, these guys for who's the best host and stuff like that. And that, you know, their knowledge and how they present. So I don't know if Ryan's ever got an award or won anything, but like, if you look him up, he is a TV personality in history, right? And you've been a collector of Invicta since 90-ish, right? I was in high school when you were collecting Invicta, right? Your first Invicta. Do you know the crazy thing about that? In our time of watching since from Yvonne and Shop NBC, you know, as long as they've been on TV and on air, and I know, well, I would say 2016, 2017, they really started pushing that YouTube stuff, right?
Yeah.
They have never broadcasted from the house. The house of any collector.
They would Skype. They would have people Skype in.
Yes, Skype, yep.
Or most of the time they're down at the pavilion or something like that. Or, you know, other shows they've done from Arizona and everything like that for the jewelry shows and everything. But like, they have never done anything live from anybody's house. You know, I mean, I would, like I said, I invited the folks from Shop and, you know, Invicta. I said, hey, because you remember, for over a year, we talked about this. I said, hey, when the pandemic is over, I'm having a cookout. Everybody's invited. Okay. And at the beginning of this year, it looks like, okay, you know what? We're not going to have a cruise, but I'm tired of waiting for this so-called pandemic to be completely over. It's not going to be completely over. So what I'm going to do is I'm having a cookout. And I told everybody, I'm having a cookout. This Memorial Day weekend, I'm having a cookout. I put the date out there and I said, you guys are invited. You know, this is what I'm cooking. You know, a group of you guys came. I had about, I think it was close to 15 or 16 Invicta collectors. If I add my family, we're looking at about 20.
Right.
Okay, Invicta collectors that were there. Okay. Everybody had a great time. Everybody enjoyed the food, you know. And then Ryan Johnson, you know, he FaceTime in to see everybody, see what was on everybody's wrists and stuff like that. And then he turned around and gave us a shout out on air. You know, it's like, hey, you know, our good friend Godfather, you know, he's having a cookout because he was talking about everybody having a cookout. And then he showed the pictures. Hey, look, this is what he's got. And then they, Godfather, if you dare, call in. You know, and then we called in and everybody got to say their, you know, hellos and stuff like that. That was fantastic. And he kept telling me, I'm going to make the next one. I'm going to make the next one. Hey, listen. And I kept telling him, you don't have to come out to do anything. Okay? You come out to have fun. I says, everybody shows up to my cookout for the 3 F's. Okay? That's family, that's fun, and that's food.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 3 F's. Okay? You come out for that. And this is a family event. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay? There are kids on the premises. Everybody is good. Everybody enjoyed themselves. I did not personally hear any complaints. I mean, other than John saying, hey, John Gangy, hey, Godfather, I think you need a little bit more food, I think you need another grill, But all in fun and everything like that, because my brother does the same thing. He'd be like, if you really want to impress me, you would have 10 grills instead of 7 grills,
Right.
But
that's crazy.
My whole goal from the Memorial Day one and the Labor Day one was for people to come out and enjoy themselves, and I was just thankful that Ryan was able to come and stuff, Oh,
I think that was dope. Yeah,
this is all family, man, all family and stuff. And like I said, I've had other people from shop, and Justin, they all want to come, and I don't have no problem. Again, you don't have to do a show here, and even if you did want to do a show here with the equipment that Ryan brought, okay, Ryan had a laptop, a tripod, and a light, and then he used his phone to Skype in.
That's crazy.
Equipment. Hey, you hook up to my Wi-Fi. Hey, there you go. So, I mean, if you wanted to do it, you could, but that's not something you have to do. You're coming
right.
for the 3 F's. Okay.
You know what? And the thing about it too, Godfather, I thought about this is if they ever do a Netflix special and did the story of how AL's family did whatever, and they spoke about the shop portion of it. When we're talking about watches, people love history when it comes to horology. They love that, you know what I'm saying? But then you can't factor out that, Invicta has included customers on cruises. They've let us Skype in, like you said. They had Bulldog. We were doing stuff and to be on location. I know Venom Kev was down there on location. Yeah. But you're the first, and I don't know if it'll ever happen again, but like you're the first person to have shop. You pretty much was power play. you were power play. You were power play.
Like, Godfather's house,
Right. And I was like, that's crazy, man. You had some people come in. Wild Thizzle, Don Juan is in here. What's going on, Luciano?
Now, somebody asked a question about my oldest Invicta.
Yeah, I saw that comment earlier. I was going to get back to it.
Eagles win. Can we see Godfather's oldest Invicta? Give me a second.
And while he's doing that, this is my watch of the day, which is that Speedway homage to the Daytona, of course. Pretty nice watch. I haven't had a problem out of it so far. Been keeping pretty decent time too, so I like it. I dig it. All right, let me put you on. Wow.
Invicta Pro Diver model 8926. Bought September 8th, 1991.
Jeez.
This is the one that started it all.
That's crazy.
That's the one that started it all. That's the one that I ended up buying when I lost my Seiko, way up in the air there. Decided didn't want to, jump out the airplane with me. So
cracked somebody in the head. Somebody got a big old knot on their head, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shaq will be next. And you know what? I think that would be dope. Now, you know what's crazy? You get Shaq there. That would only be fitting to have Shaq at your house. Now, you may want to bust out 10 grills because I've seen Shaq eat.
Oh, hey, here's the thing. I cooked 20 racks of ribs. 20 racks of ribs. We had about 70 pounds of chicken. I had a smoked ham. Now, everybody that I know of that I was watching had seconds. Some people had thirds and maybe fourths. and people took food home, and I still had ribs left over. So trust.
Jeez.
Yeah, hey, I might have to throw a couple of extra racks on there because Shaq's coming and stuff like that. But no problem. He shows up,
No.
he will get fed. Okay.
Yeah. I think that'll be dope, man. To see that, and that's one thing. Now, love or hate them, because I know we've, as of lately, as of this week and last week, the conversations about people liking and hating Invicta has like ramped up something awful. I crack jokes with it now. I try to have a little fun. Don't mean to offend anybody, but like the thing about it is we have people like you that have been collecting Invicta for a long time. And before we get into your collection,
Mhm.
it's obvious that you still like some of the new stuff that Invicta's doing, because you got the it's called Cristal, right?
Cristo.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Okay, Crystal. So you got the Crystal. So it's obviously things that you like. Um, is there, in your opinion, is there a big difference from the watches that you collected from like 2000
Mhm.
through 2013 or whatever till now? There's like a huge difference?
Oh yeah. Now, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. The quality has on the watches that I've been getting has been the same. Okay. Some of the styles may have been over the top to where I'm looking at it, I'm like, while that is unique, it's not, just it's not grabbing me, And I can look at a watch and be like, well, wait a minute. If we change this and this, then the watch would appeal to me,
Mhm.
So they have been going a little over the top, but they are trying to bring in people who like over the top.
Over the top, yeah.
Okay, there are a lot of us, we like classics.
Right.
Okay, we like the classics. I like the classics. Like, okay, so like I said, the Cristal. Now, I like this watch. I like the style. I like the coloring and everything like that. I like mechanical movement. So the mechanical movement on this, and let me see if I can show you the back.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just like the way it looked. It was different. You find a lot of mechanical movements that, they look okay, but there was something about the back of this movement that grabbed me.
Just really grabbed you. Okay.
Okay, something about the front that grabbed me. I like watches that makes it easier for me to tell time on. So you don't have to have numbers, but as long as you got the hour markers there, well, I can tell the time. We're good. If you don't have the hour markers there, you don't have numbers there, and it makes it a little bit harder to tell time, especially when the dial is skeletonized.
Yeah, yeah.
They look okay. They look nice. I like them, but not for me.
So Kevin is asking, what is your favorite watch?
Okay, he's talking favorite watch, or you talking favorite style? Okay, my go-to style as far as every day would be a Grand Diver or Pro Diver. I do not have one, favorite watch that I would wear and everything else is collecting dust. So my favorite style, other than my pocket watches, my favorite style would be a Grand Diver Pro Diver. And I saw when you were talking about the Pirates Booty, and I say, well, yeah, I got that one. I also have the Disney versions, which was Pirates of the Caribbean, So I like the patina style. It looks ancient, looks rustic, and everything. Stuff like that. Is what I look at and what grabs me. There are a lot of watches out there that like I said, if there's a watch out there I don't like, as far as Invicta, I will tell you I don't like it and tell you why I don't like it. Okay. Or I might say, it's a nice watch. It's just not my style. So I might not say specifically, I don't like that watch. I might just say it's not my style. Okay. It takes a lot for me to say I don't like something. Okay, like
Right.
I do like asparagus. Okay, I don't like
Right.
the taste. I'm not going to eat asparagus. Don't put no asparagus on my plate unless it's done correctly. You know. Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you. What's up, Chris? Walked in. Let's
Yep.
see.
Yep.
Cliff agrees to the divers. Hey, Sue says, what do you think of Bozu's Tria?
Okay, so again, that's one of those watches. Is nice. I like the styling and everything like that. Not for me because of the way I wear my watch. Everybody knows I wear my watch underneath my wrist. So number one, if I turn my wrist this way here, I'm just going to see the one dial. I'm not going to see the other two dials. Number two, it's too thick. Okay, so I mean 16, 19, 20 is pushing it. For the thickness of it, you know.
John said no one cares about your Bozu's Tria.
Oh man.
Oh man, he almost took me out. Oh my gosh. Oh man. What's up? DK is in the building.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Shout out to Chris. This is Chris' first time here, man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Give Chris a hand clap again.
What's going on?
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
congratulations. Welcome.
Yeah. Welcome to the live, man.
You know, now hey, as with any live, okay, you never know what's going to happen.
Right,
So,
you never know.
yeah,
And Chris said,
know.
I just fell in love with a non-Invicta last night. Do tell. What is it? We'd like to know. Do tell. And while you tell, I do have a pocket watch over here in Spirit of Godfather. Shout out to Invicta 202.
Got that black label Venom.
Yeah. Even though my man Fats, he blessed me with that. I always think about you, man, with the pocket watches and whatnot, man.
Ryan got to see my pocket watches, and he got to see the first pocket watch. Remember, I showed you the first pocket watch that was given to me, and I told him, hey, 1963 Easter Sundays when I got that watch, you know. So
okay, that's what. Okay, you know what? Who sent me that watch? Oh my gosh. Okay, somebody left a comment and told me to look that watch up, and I looked at it last night. Somebody left that in my chat, and I'm like, yo, I'm with you. I feel you on that. I've heard nothing but good things about Mito. Mm-hmm. Is it Mito or Mito?
I'm not sure. I usually pronounce
I've never heard it pronounced, but I saw the watch last night, and I'm digging it.
I see my favorite Cherry, Jay Cherry, is up in the house here.
Cherry.
That's blood family.
And let me ask you something, Godfather. So Chris just put it's $1,500 though. Mm-hmm. Do you think $1,500 is too much to pay for a watch?
For me, I would say yes. Okay. For other people, it might not be too much, you know. But for me, now, here's one thing I will say. You know me. My saying is, if a watch smacks me in the face, I'm getting it. Okay. So now, if this $1,500 watch smacks me into next year, I'm gonna find a way to get it. Okay. But if it doesn't smack me in the next year, but it looks great, then no, $1,500 is out of my price range.
Okay. Now, okay. So this is my thing. I was looking at a piece on eBay, right? And it's a what is it? It is actually a Man of War. And then I was looking at the Pro Diver, Invicta Pro Diver 7751. One of them is 1,100, the other one is 1,400. And I was like, man, $1,400, man, that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
I've never spent that much on it, but I considered getting this Tissot diver that one of my old customers had. I love the dial on it, but then when he told me what it was, it had a Valjoux movement in it, a Valjoux 7722 that's been modified. And I was like, okay, I'm game. I'm looking at the watch. I actually like the watch, and I will consider. I think it's like $800 now. It was $1,000 last year, but I think it's like $800 because I inquired about it. I talked to another collector outside of Invicta Collectors, and I'm considering it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, that's like me not buying 3 Invictus. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
Exactly. And that's what you have to look at. You have to determine, what is the watch worth to you? Okay. Yeah. And like I said, if the watch smacks me in the next week, next year, whatever, stuff like that, then that's something that I'm going to consider. But if it's not, then I mean, I have a few value 7750s myself. So,
look, I cannot mess. I'm not messing with John or DK. He said my cohorts don't keep me up to date about nothing. Hey, it's not about. Listen, we here for Godfather. Listen, celebrate his birthday, man. Y'all throw those birthday emojis in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Celebrating my man. Yeah, we gonna keep the show moving, man. So Godfather, man, behind you, you have a list of watches, man, a host of watches. And I got to touch it's like going into a museum. And I'm serious. I am so serious, man. And guys, what y'all missed if you weren't there for his barbecue, either one of them, he brings out these cases and shows you, like, first he takes you down across the top, and then he goes to the automatic drawer, which is immediately to like your left, and you go down and you see all this beautiful artwork and stuff that the quadro, like you don't see like the way they used to do it. The dragon designs, man. I'm like, yo, koi fish, all kind of stuff that that part of Invicta, I missed out on some of the stuff that you got in your drawer. So, I stick to eBay to see, like, okay. Right. And just like you said, Chris, I have no problem with that. I've actually done that before, sell off some of my pieces to get what I want. I actually have some pieces here. So I'm not against that at all. But your top level that you got now, are those pro divers that's behind you, are those ones that you collected during the 2000s, or are there something that you got in the past 2 or 3 years?
No. These were in the late 1900s, early 2000s, and stuff like that.
Oh.
Everything that's up here on the watch winders, these are pro diver grand divers.
Okay.
And then what I have over here, these are all my reserves. Okay? I have reserves in other areas, but most of those are reserves, and my Swiss made, my Valjoux 7750s, Salida 200, Salida 500s, R150s, mostly all up in that area back there. So.
Okay, do me a favor, bro. One of the ones that you've collected, like in late 1900s, early 2000s, pull one of those out for us, man, and give us a walkthrough.
Let's go.
Steve Curtis said, "Happy birthday, Wolfie." Oh man, Don Juan is saying happy birthday.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Yeah, that's my girl Cheryl, man. She's Northern Virginia and stuff like that. I think she's still up there and stuff like that. Yeah, that's her name for me, because when she first saw me, when we first met, I had the full beard and everything, man. Look like the beard and stuff. So.
I feel you. And DK said happy 31st birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, and don't let here's the deal. Don't let the word or the name Godfather fool you, because he's had the name Godfather for a long time before he actually walked into, Godfatherism.
That's it. Okay, so let's see what we got here.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is a titanium Pro Diver Valjoux 7750.
Man.
See if I can get it to focus here. Oh, come on.
Let's focus. I can tell you what, that's focus enough for me, because I got experience and know. There you go, right there. That thing is beautiful, man. Dang. And that's titanium?
Titanium.
Gosh, man.
So,
man.
This one here, I'm trying to remember the date. I think it was coming on the cusp of 2000, if 2000 hadn't already arrived. And I was down in Miami.
Okay.
And I was walking into a store just for the heck of it. You know, I'm not looking to buy a watch. You know, I'm just walking into the store just for the heck of it. Walked into the store looking at all the jewelry, all the watches and everything like that, you know, the Seikos, the Casios, the Citizens and stuff like that. And one of the guys that was in there looked at my watch and he's like, he says, is that an Invicta? My watch is on the other side, but you can see Invicta on the bracelet there. He's like, he says, is that an Invicta? I said, yeah. He says, let me show you something. So he brought me over and showed me, you know, a few Invictas and stuff like that. This one was in the case. And I said, ooh, that's nice. I picked it up and I said, well, wait a minute. I says, this is not feeling as heavy as the other one. It feels heavy, but not as heavy. He said, no. He says, yeah, that one's titanium. I said, okay, well, it feels light, but titanium usually feels real light. He said, yeah, this has a Swiss movement in it. You have a Valjoux 7750 movement in there. Okay. Now, at that particular time, you know, I'm still educating myself on movements and everything like that.
Right.
But hey, Swiss movement. Okay, I know Swiss make fantastic movements.
Right.
Okay. Hey, yeah. I like that. You know, this is nice. I like the way it feels. I put it on. It's like, you know, definitely much bigger than the 40 millimeter that I was wearing.
Right.
You know, this is 47. I was like, okay, this is nice. I like this, you know, and I'm like, I need to think about this and stuff, you know. And he was like, so what got you into Invicta? I told him what got me into Invicta and stuff like that. And I said, hey, you know, I recently, you know, retired from the military and everything. He says, oh, military discount. I'm like, okay, now you can continue talking and everything. So he got up and said, let me see what I can do for you. So he took the watch, went in the back, came back out. When he came out, his boss came with him. I said, okay, this is going to be one of those deals like when you go into a car dealership. I was like, okay, you know, I'm not ready for this. He got up there and said, listen, he says, you know, you served and everything like that. You know, I want to thank you for your service, you know, and come to find out that the owner of the store had knew this colonel who was then who was now a 3-star general, but he knew this colonel back in the 70s. Okay, when I first went in, he said, so where did you serve? I said, well, you know, in 73, you know, I was over in Thailand, you know, flying over Vietnam and stuff like that. He says, where were you at in Thailand? I says, I was down at CCK. You know, he says, did you happen to know a Colonel Mike Nelson? You know, I'm like, well, yeah. I says, as a matter of fact, he was the pilot of my aircraft. He says, really? He says, he told me this story, and I want to see if it's true. He told me this story of this captain that was giving his crew chief a hard time. And he invited the captain to come along on the aircraft. And he was telling me that the guys on the aircraft, you know, other than the pilot and stuff, had to wear parachutes because they flew with the rear cargo hatch open. I'm like, yeah. And so he turned around, took this captain to the back of the aircraft, was talking to him, and pushed him out. I said, yeah, I said, I was the crew chief. He's like, okay. The man came back and said, all right, how would you like to have this watch for $275?
Shut up.
He says, you knew Mike. I know Mike and everything like that. Yeah, him and I were way back and stuff. And he got on the phone because evidently he's still in contact with the guy, right? So he got on the phone and says, yo, I am Mike. He says, guess who I have here in my store? And he's like who? Says, your crew chief from Thailand. He's like, what? You got the crew chief. Are you sure you got the crew chief? The one that we call the Dragon. He's like, yeah, you talk to him yourself. Put him on speaker. You know, he had, you know, the little desk phone and everything like that. Put me on speakerphone, and we just sitting up there talking. And he was like, "Yo, yo, yo." He says, "I know, you know, you because you named your aircraft the Dragon. You know, you were the Dragon Master, and we talked about a few things so that he could verify who I was. You know." And then that's when the guy at the store says, 275. I said, sold.
Sold. Hey, and I don't have my handy dandy buzzer next to me, but I do want to welcome. We got a new member in here. My girl Shy.
I sing for.
No, we don't want you to sing. We don't want you to sing. No.
Please, no, please.
Yo, thank you, Shy, for being a member. Shy. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Hey, Shy, thank you so much for being a member.
Of course, thank you.
My gosh, especially with, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got the Godfather on here. We got a new member of the channel, man. That is the dopest thing. A great day. Don't hit my head again, please. That is the greatest thing ever. All right. Appreciate you so much.
Yes.
Yes.
Want me to sing?
No, she don't want you to sing.
Yeah.
No, she don't want you to sing. She said yes. Sing again. I'm not messing with you, Shy. I'm not messing with y'all.
Oh man.
And you know, for everybody that's coming through, and I know that here's the deal. I actually visited some other channels recently, and I know that everybody don't get down with the whole Invicta thing. But you know, and I welcome open invitation. I said, if you rock Casio, Timex, Rolex, I don't care, all Alexis. Let's get all Alexis out there.
Yeah.
Protects, APs, anything that costs over. Like, I want to see you on the show because I know that I would never be able to afford to buy a Richard Mille. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because $400,000, that's not in the wheelhouse for me. Richard Mille's like 400 grand. I think they got something that's like 190, 200,000. Yeah. Wait a minute. The AP, the Black Panther APs is going for like $500,000. $500,000 right now. They were 162,000, but like now they $500,000. So
yeah, they had one of the APs with the Black Panther. I can't remember which one it was. I think it had a tourbillon move and flying tourbillon. They wanted $1.2 million for it.
Hey, look, and I'm gonna tell you something. I said this on one of my channels. God bless you if you can afford to buy one of those watches.
Oh yeah.
I will say this, and look. You can critique me and say whatever you want to. Don't be like one of them rap dudes or Floyd Mayweather. You go and buy this. You drop 400,000 to $1 million. Something. I think Floyd got a watch that's $8 million. He got the and you can't read. You don't even know how to tell the time on your watch, and you don't know how to operate your watch. You can't set your own time.
Nope.
And if for those that got Yacht Masters and you don't know how to operate a Yacht Master, but you went and dropped the $20,000 on it. Just to say, hey, yo, I got this. But I bet you got to go back to your AD. Hey, bro, could you set this for me?
Yep,
and they gonna charge you for that. They be like, yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be that dude. Don't be that dude. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Jacob and Co. Yeah, Jacob and Co. If you can rock a Jacob and Co. Now those watches are outrageous. They are so. I saw one for the farmers. I saw one for Vegas.
Yeah,
outrageous watches. Millions of dollars.
Has a Godfather watch, okay?
I saw that.
Godfather watch. They have two of them, one with diamonds, one without. Both of them are sitting up there over $1 million, man.
Hey, well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put this out there, Jacobs and Co. Right? I know you have gifted out so many watches and stuff like that. I would like you to make, or I ain't gonna say make. You already got a few. My man, this is Godfather's birthday. I'm gonna need you to send him one of those watches. You know what I'm saying? And let him talk about it and debut it and stuff like that. But I need you to send him one of those watches. Let's get it.
Definitely. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that Bugatti, Jacobs and Co. Yeah. That thing is crazy. That thing is crazy.
The watches are nice. There's a lot of nice watches out there and stuff like that, you know. And I'm gonna put this out there. Anybody have any questions, for me? Like I put that out there before. Say, You got questions for me? Don't be
Yes.
shy to ask me questions. Okay, I will answer your questions. And it may not be the answer you want. It'll be an answer that you'll get. So, but
So let me ask
all,
you this, Godfather, because I mean, I got questions because I love pro divers and grand
yeah,
divers. That's my first love, man. If I don't collect nothing else, give me a diver and I'm happy. All
yep,
right.
yep.
So that was a great story. I love that story that you told about that one. Of your Swiss made Invictus, what's the most you've ever paid for one of those that you can recall?
Swiss made, I think I paid almost 400 for one. I got a good deal on it and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah. So
Cause you, I mean, you were shopping during the time. Now, did you ever go on Shop NBC before, or you were just buying yours from the stores?
I would see something on Shop NBC, but back then I was leery of buying stuff through the TV because I've seen people who
Oh,
bought stuff through QVC and stuff like that, and you get it, and the quality just wasn't quite right. And of course, back then I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am now, so I
right.
prefer to back then put my hands on it
Oh
so that
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel the quality and everything like that there. So
Okay, okay. Because I talked to another collector and they were telling me that some of the values back in the day, Shop NBC, were ranging in $900 to $1,000 or something like that. But of course, I would imagine that cost wouldn't transfer over to like a store cost because you have
right,
to pay the actors and everybody that's presenting and stuff like that. And for
correct.
those that don't know this, when you see a QVC or Shop and stuff like that, Shop HQ actually buys from their vendor. They buy those watches from the vendor. So if you see a watch on Shop for like $259, but you go to the Invicta stores and seeing it for $149, that's the actual, you're buying it from his Invicta stores.
Yeah,
Shop
yeah,
is actually buying it as well, so they have to make a profit.
correct. And when you buy, I mean, you go to a store. Here's the thing, okay? The stores, out here and everything like that, just with like Shop, HQ and everything like that. Okay, prices will go down on a watch, or they will sell you a watch because maybe you got a great deal because maybe it was the last one in the store and they wanted to get rid of it. Okay, maybe it was a model from 5 years ago and they can't get rid of it at the higher price and they don't want to put the new stuff out because people were buying the new stuff versus buying the old stuff that they're trying to get rid of. So and it's a possibility the guy gave me the deal on this because hey, I can tell you one thing. When I looked in the case, this was the only one that was in there. Whether he had it back,
Right.
I don't know. Okay.
Right.
You never know what's going through people's minds when they sell stuff. And you will see how can they turn around and sell a $12,000 watch for $500? Okay, well, at the particular time, everything has a manufacturer's suggested retail price.
Suggested.
Okay.
I think that's the thing. It's suggested.
Yeah. And everything will have that. And what they do is they based it off of price of material, okay, and manpower, your man hours and stuff like that. Okay. You go to a car place and you get your car work on, okay, labor starting out at $100 an hour. But the parts may have only been 15, 20 bucks. So that's where they come up with these prices and stuff like that there. So, it's all about what they want to do. And hey, I got these parts. They've been sitting around. I put them together. I made this watch. The parts are bought and paid for. So technically, I can lower my price now because they've been bought and paid for.
Okay, Godfather. I mean, and again, guys, feel free to drop questions in there. I love your collection, and I know some of the history. You explained it to me and anybody that was in the room. But outside of you being the first person on Power Play, the first person to have Power Play, Let's go back to, you have been to every cruise, right?
Yes.
Every cruise. Can
Yep.
you explain? Because like that first one, I have no clue what happened on the first cruise.
Okay, so the first cruise was a little chaotic. Okay, and for me, I sat back and watched. Okay, I watched the chaoticness of the way they were doing things, the way they were running things, the way not people were behaving themselves, but you had super long lines everywhere, you know. And I'm like, let me just sit back. I need to see what this is all about, you know. And then the second cruise was a little bit more reserved than the first cruise. Okay, still chaotic. Okay, you got people. Hey, okay, we got a preview of watches, but you got people standing out in the sun in these long lines to walk past this table with these watches on it, and you know, I'm sitting up here roasting, you know, but it's like you can't tell people, no, you want to hurry up. You want to say that, but be nice here, okay? You know, it's like, yeah. So it was like, yeah, okay. And then I had a few people talk to me, and they were like, yeah, hi, I'm so and so. Yeah, well, I'm Godfather. Oh, Godfather, I've heard this name before, you know. So and people would talk to me and stuff like that, but I'm still staying in the cut, you know.
Right.
Third
Right.
cruise, get out a little bit more. You know, my brother came on the third cruise and stuff like that. Now, my brother knew I collected watches and stuff like that. Now, my brother is like me. We take everything with a grain of salt. Okay,
Right.
you can tell me you can put a feather in your butt and fly. Okay, at some point in time, you're going to have to prove that. Okay, so my brother knew I talked about watches because I got him into, you know, Invictus and stuff like that, buying him watches. He said, well, you know what? I'm going on this cruise. I'm going to see if my brother knows what he's talking about. Okay, and sure enough, you know, hey, my brother be like, well, what's that? Oh, that's such and such a watch. Well, what's that? That's such and such a watch, you know. And matter of fact, we're on an elevator and people asking my brother, yo, man, that's a nice watch. What you got on? My brother would turn around and look at me and say, yo, what I got? You know, I know it's an Invicta, but what am I wearing?
Well, what am I wearing?
But that one, like I said, you know, more and more interacting with people and stuff like that. And then the last cruise, okay, that one there, I mean, if I look at all the cruises, to me, that was the best of all the cruises. Okay, the people that you had on the cruise, not only from the you know, the Invicta collectors, but the Shop HQ people, the Invicta people. They just were much more, to me, personable than they were on the other cruises and stuff like that. And they were having people sitting. They were like in the crowd of the people when they were doing their shows. Everything else was like, okay, we got the show happening over here. We got this big divider, and we got the people over here. Now it was like, okay, we got the show, and you got the people. Everything was there. Everything was nice and stuff like that. And, you know, people came. I had a few people that came up to me. They were like, Godfather. I said, yes. I said, oh, okay. He said, you know, this is our first cruise, and we actually came on this cruise just so we can meet you. And I'm like, I'm nobody special. I said, no. Everybody knows the Godfather. You know,
Everybody.
you know, the Shop HQ people, Invicta people, everybody knows you. So we wanted to meet you. We wanted to see who the Godfather was. We hear your voice. Now we get to actually see you. You know, and I'm like, hey, you know, we all good. Everybody's having a good time and stuff like that. Kenny. You know, Kenny came on there and I was talking about what I was going to be doing. I says, you know, because people were talking on Facebook. So what are you guys going to do in Nassau? Okay, so what I do, I go snuba. Okay, snuba is my thing. I like scuba diving, snorkeling, anything in the water I like doing. So I told him, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do snuba in Nassau. He said, hey, I've never done snuba. Do you got to be certified? Nah. Told him what it was about, sent him videos and stuff. He said, would you mind if I hung out with you guys? Not a problem. Come on. Kenny had a fantastic time, you know. It's like, and that's what people were doing. And then like with you, yeah, Look, you didn't see me, but I saw you because I'm constantly taking pictures.
Yeah.
Man, how you get that picture? I mean, I was hanging from the rafters. What do you expect? You know?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
so
then
Sha had a question.
yeah.
Sha says, are there any gaps you're trying to fill in your collection or watch you're on the hunt for?
Yeah. There are a few. One of them, of course, is the X-wing bridge,
Oh,
X-wing Ghost Bridge. I'm definitely on the hunt for that one there. I missed out on that one for some odd reason. It was smacking me, and then it would miss. Then it would smack me, and then it would miss. You know, and I'm like, when I finally decided to pull the trigger, you know, it was gone. It was out. You know,
yeah.
and it never. You know, I have not seen that. So it was like that one there is definitely. I got a few watches that are on my say wish list, but nothing that has been, you know, smacking me hard. So it's like, you know, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I'm not going to cry over it now. Because as everybody knows, first of all, if the watch smacks me hard, it got bought that day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just have a few that smacked and then it missed, then it smacked and then it missed. So, you know.
John said he got the gold one.
Right.
Yeah,
I know,
that one is a hard one to get, man.
Yeah, OV has it in silver.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just some pieces, you know, I was the same way, man. I'm gonna tell you the one I let get away that I'm considering spending a lot of money for is that Man of War carbon. I want that watch.
The movement impressed me. The watch itself, I'm like, and I just sort of let it go. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's on my wish list, but it's not one of those ones I have to have that. No, it's on the wish list to where if I should ever find one, you know, I'll probably, you know, pick it up. But you've been here, you've seen I got a lot of Man of Wars.
Yeah,
You know?
I saw that.
I love the Man of War. I like the movement and stuff like that. All mines are ghosts. You know,
Okay.
except for one. I got one Man of War from Shaq that's skeletonized. You know, and then I got the Heritage Man of War. So
Well, you know what, Godfather? So I got a question for you, man. So with all of the like Instagram, Facebook, and with you all the cruises that you've been on, has there been one or multiple collectors that inspires you to collect a particular watch, or somebody that you say, "Hey, I love the way this person collects"?
That makes sense. Not any one in particular. I mean, most of the collectors that I have met, just like you know, you talk about your collection and everything like
Mm-hmm.
that. You know, and you talk about the different categories. Hey, I like pro divers. I like
Right.
X-wing. I like the sub-aquanomas. You know, it's like, so not one in particular. I listen to the stories. I listen to the way people talk about their watches, what they like about the collection that they have, a particular watch and everything like that. I look at that and I'm like, that's nice. I like that. And I look at the watch and be, okay, I like the watch. I like the different styling, but some watches may not have been for me. Now, we know John Gangi, okay, X-Wing, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I loved the X-Wing, and when he talked about the X-Wing, that got me even more into the X-Wings and stuff like that. My biggest thing is I want automatics.
Right.
Gotta have automatics. I'm tired of changing batteries. You know, I'm not getting rid of my quartz watches. Okay, so don't nobody say, hey, seems how you don't like changing, I'll buy your quartz. No, these watches smack me, they staying. Okay, but I'm leaning more now towards automatic and the X-Wing. Oh, and like I said, the two that John gave me, man. No words.
So in other words, what I got out of that story that you just told me, one, you need to write a book. You need to write a book about your life, and then there's a part in that book that needs to have the history of my Invicta collection. and that includes everybody. Because honestly, what you just told me is you technically the trendsetter. Because I can ask somebody else that question, and I'm like, hey, who inspires you to collect certain watches? And man, Godfather collection is dope. Kimon name comes up more than anything in
has a
Kimon
fantastic
collection, bro.
Okay,
man.
The pictures that he posts, just like you said, I think with Kimon's pictures, this is what I think about Kimon's pictures. Okay, I think he has his camera already on the tripod. Okay, that tripod and that camera does not move. Right, he has this plate or this brace that's sitting on a table that the camera he puts his hand in there, hits the button, it takes the picture, it's coming out perfect every time, and then he posts the picture.
Hey man, that brother Thanos, man, he snaps and it's perfect.
Yeah,
he said, "Oh, shucks."
Yeah. Hey, look, the stuff I go through to get my pictures to look good. Okay, Kimon's pictures, every single one of his pictures,
he don't miss.
And the shirt or the sweater that he's wearing changes. The position does not change. So, like I said, he's putting it in the brace, camera, click, we're good to go. He's got little hashtags. Just make sure, okay, the watch goes here, shirt goes here, my hand goes here, nothing moves. All right, we're good to go. So
yes, Shy. Kimon is the Thanos of Invicta Collector, man, because it is so perfect, man. Like, yes, man, he snaps and it's like the camera just comes over, flick, and it's just like he does no editing. It just comes out perfect every time, man. Like,
look, I've been in for the photography for 60 plus years, okay, and I still have to edit my stuff, okay?
Welcome in, man. Welcome in, Lolex. I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much for being here.
Welcome.
Yo, I'm gonna say this. I will say this, Godfather. I can literally, because I filmed your whole watch collection.
Yeah.
From start to finish. I think it's I think I got like 15 minutes worth of footage of your collection. And that's the one thing is being an Invicta collector right now. It's like you're telling people now that's coming into the game, because there's some new collectors. It's like, hey man, I got a great deal. I got this whatever. Let's say Flying Fox. I got this Flying Fox. It's a Flying Fox, what, 55 millimeter, whatever. This watch is dope, man. They got an 80/40 in. It's like I'm good to go. I'm like, yeah, man. But Godfather got a Mickey Mouse that got Salida moving in it or whatever the case is, and it's skeleton. It's not skeleton. It's a little cutout. Beautiful diver. Really? When did they start doing that? No, it's an older watch. Yeah. Like you can't get it. If you get the model number and look at it, then yeah, you will see that. Wow. Okay. How do I get that? You can't. You can't. It's over with. It's over with. A buddy of mine, I went to church today, and a buddy of mine was like, yo, Trap, give me some information on Invicta, man. Does Invicta, can you make money on Invicta? And I said, it depends. I said, if you were one of the lucky ones to get the Invicta from back in the day, and you got that right, like Kimon got that rainbow bezel.
Yeah,
and it's not the S1, it's a Speedway, right? It's a Speedway.
I believe so.
If you got that,
you up there, tell us what it is.
Yeah, if you have that and you bought it at, let's say, $1,000 back in the day, you can ask somebody for $45,000 for it and get it.
Yeah,
because somebody wanted, somebody save up, somebody start consolidating their collection just to get that watch.
Yep, exactly.
So I told him, I said, it just depends on which Invicta, even if you can find some of those vintage pieces from back in the 50s. When we were on the cruise, that one guy got the very first Russian diver, and he had a bunch of patinaed old school. Gosh, man, I can't remember the older guy's name, but I actually, I'm gonna go back to my footage and I'm gonna repost that because he had everything from the 40s and 50s and some from the 70s Invicta stuff. And I'm like, that's crazy, because during the 70s, I believe there was a bank that owned Invicta because their courts situation put them on the back burner.
You see what DK wrote? Yeah.
He's actually just
You know,
Yo,
look, that makes sense because, you know, now when I post my pictures of my watch, I show my face. We have never seen Kamon's face with his watch.
nope. Nope. Hey man, that's a mannequin's arm, bro. You tricking us, man. I need to see. I need proof.
That place, put the watch on it, click.
Yo, yo. Hey man, come on, tell me, like, come on, is your pictures real? Are you just like, are you tricking us? You punking us, bro? Hey, Dave D. Hey y'all, look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I got a video coming up that I'm working on right now. I will not be talking on it. You may hear an introduction or whatever, but like it's gonna be a collage of some pieces that haven't been seen. Oh my gosh, y'all, look, dinner time.
Hey, there you go. Hey, where's my plate? It's my birthday.
Godfather said it's his birthday. Where's plate at? But here's the deal, Godfather. Here's the deal. With you, the one thing that you are a trendsetter, and there are a number of watches in your collection that I'm like, wow, I would love to get that. I'd love to get this. Have there been any of your purchases in the time you've been collecting Invicta, what, 30 plus years? Has there been any watches that you regret buying? Uh-oh. That means he liked everything he bought.
Yeah, no, I have not bought let me say it like this. Mm-hmm. I have not bought a watch for myself that I regretted getting. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, because you know, you guys hear me say this from time to time, you know, all the time. If the watch smacks me in the face, I'm gonna get it.
Right.
Okay. So therefore, every watch that I got for myself, you know, was one of those watches. Hey, bam, you want me? No, I don't. Bam, yes, you do. No, I don't. Come back here. Bam, bam. Okay, well, I guess I'll get you, you know, and then you get the watch. And, you know, since I've been buying from like Shop and, you know, in the Invicta stores and stuff like that, you know, I get the watch because it was smacking me in the face. And then when I get it home, I'm like, okay, this thing comes out the box smacking me, you know. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep this watch. This is not going back. So, but I've never had a watch that I liked.
That's dope.
And just bought, got it, and said it smacked me. No, it smacked me on TV or smacked me in a store. Right. You know, and when I put it in my hands, it just continued to smack me. So
would you okay, so for the new collectors that are that's coming into it, would you give them that type of advice? Would you like kind of pass that on, like, hey, look, if it don't smack you in the face, don't get it?
I would say, wouldn't say if it doesn't smack you in the face. I would use a different terminology.
Of course.
You have to really like the watch because you are going to be wearing the watch.
Right.
Okay. Right. You're not buying this watch or wearing this watch for anybody else. You're buying it and you're wearing it for yourself. So when you put it on your wrist, does it look good? Okay. Does it look good with the clothes that you wear? Whatever color it is, does it look good? You know, that way. And you have to sit there and, you know, make that determination yourself. I tell people, don't buy just to buy.
Right.
Okay. Be selective about what you get. You know, because this is money. This is a lot of money and stuff like that you're putting out there. So you have to love the watch. So just get up there, make sure it's what you want. You know, and hey, just in case, check the return policy. You know, I got a 30-day return policy because you get it, you like it was smacking you in the face. All of a sudden, you get it home and you put it on, and after a week, you be like, "Yeah, it's not smacking me like it was." You know, so I want to be able to return it. You know, so but yeah, everything that I get, you know, I make sure that it's what I want. And hey, you guys hear me say it all the time. Ryan Johnson, they'll quote me on air, you know, hey, Godfather said, if it smacks you in the face, then get it, you know. So that's how I am. You know, but
Yeah.
if it's a watch that you really, 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 really like, okay,
DK said, "Gotta smack you and make your
and let you
toes
go,
burn."
girl. Hey,
Hey, that sounds like an after 9 o'clock show, bro.
yeah. Hey,
Hey, wait a couple more hours, DK. We can get into that.
that's it for them toes curling, you know. But no, if you like the watch, okay,
right.
now, watches will come out, and you know, you say, well, you know what, I'm gonna hold off, you know, and a few years later it'll come back, might be a lower price, you know, things. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
If the watch is a numbered limited edition, okay, numbered limited edition, and all of them have been made, and the store has them or shop has them and stuff like that there, I would advise, if it's a low count, don't wait if it's something that you really want.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Don't wait. Because you say, well, you know what, I'll wait. And then here you are 10 years later,
Gone.
you're still waiting. It's gone.
Yeah. Gone.
Okay? So I would advise a numbered limited edition, or say a numbered limited edition that's also in a limited production.
Right.
And even some just basic limited productions, depending on the movement, you might not want to wait.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
I mean, like the skull watch that we had on our cruise. Now, I bought that when it came out, and it had the Miyota movement in it. Okay, the ones that they're coming out with now have a Chinese movement in it. You know, I like the Miyota movement, so I'm glad I got it when I did. Now, I paid a little bit more, but I got the movement that I wanted. You know, so those are different things that you have to look at and stuff like that. And you know, you never know. So
Vic said, "I'll just be happy to receive a link to join the live stream."
You know what? Vic has been on your channel more times than I can count. Okay. Not only has he been on your channel more times than I can count, the man is a mod. Okay, he's a moderator. you know. Hey, Vic, I tell you what, Vic, come on down. Okay, come on down to Godfather's Cookout. I'll make sure you get an extra rib or two on your plate. How's that sound?
Hey, listen, that sounds delicious to me. And if he don't want to show up, I'll take his plate. You feel me?
Hey.
I'll take his plate. And you know, I want to second that though, Godfather, because I'll tell you, I'm guilty of that in the beginning of my, buying Invicta. I was getting whatever was on sale, and I felt like, yo, that's on sale. Oh, I gotta get it. And it was cool for a moment, but then I started seeing some more serious pieces, and then I saw how you post stuff, and then I seen Kimon post stuff, and I was like, ooh, wait a minute, what are those? What's going on? Hold up. Pump the brakes. And then when you get, like, when I started inquiring about different movements and different stuff, and I'm like, you mean to tell me for all the watches I bought, I could have held and got that? Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? So, and I say that to anybody, y'all. Look, anybody that's watching this channel, man, look, if you are new to Invicta and you buying stuff and you like, hey, Invicta stores right now, Invicta stores is the cheapest I've ever seen it in my history.
There's a lot of stuff out there that's nice.
It's cheap, but here's the deal. There's so many options. Know what you're trying to get to, know what you want. You know what I'm saying? Do you want something with like a 70-hour power reserve? Invicta hasn't done that in a long time. I don't think they have anything right now that goes past 45-hour reserve.
Nope.
So I would tell you, hold off. You want something with like crazy loom? They have a few pieces that got the tritium tubes in it, one to 20 T25s, T100s. But you may not like the ones that got, you know what I'm saying, like got the T100s. You may have to go to another watch company to find that. You know what I'm saying? Aragon do T100s and flat tubes, 31 tubes. So I'm gonna tell you, there are a number of YouTubers out here, whether they're they getting paid to do it or whatever, but just start researching and looking. And you can go to Facebook in Instagram for free and look at watch collectors. Like
Hey,
it's all
you
kind of
know,
stuff.
I turn around, I post mines, and I do mines a little different. You know, I post pictures of myself, and then I bring up the watch. You know, that's just my thing, my style and
Yep.
stuff like that. You know, and you know, but again, with Kimon, hey, that man, his pictures are remarkable. So
Yeah.
I give Kimon his props. Okay, even though DK say, hey, Kimon is not a real person when it comes to the watch. I might have a tendency to agree with that, you
know. Hey, DK also says tread carefully when the deals are too good. Those people are sneaky. Yeah, you know, you never know what you're going to get. Let's see, Godfather, we've been on for an hour and 30 minutes, man. And I told you, when me and you get together and talking, it can go by so quick, man. Like, and we ain't even crack into your collection, but look, y'all saw the beginning of it. Y'all saw the Godfather thing. Matter of fact, let's do this. If you were just getting here, I introduced Godfather. He has his own video on here, so peep this out.
And in here are all automatic watches. I had bought this watch here. I got to call in and talk to him. I said, Shaq, you should make a pro diver, 50 millimeters or more, and have diamonds on it. Okay? Last year,
he made it.
He made it and stuff like that. He was down in Florida. I called in. He said, Godfather, pick a watch you don't have, and I will buy it for you.
That was just a portion of Godfather's collection, just a small portion. He said he got 300 plus watches. And the crazy thing is, y'all, on the chat, Shaq came on Shop HQ and Godfather called in and they actually had a conversation about a watch. And Shaq actually made the watch. So that watch you saw in there, he made that for Godfather and gave the watch to Godfather. Like he blessed Godfather with that watch. So It's crazy. That is the Godfather Pro Diver, which is fitting. It's fitting. Like seriously, man. Like again, that's historical. And if they ever do a Netflix special on how Invicta rose to whatever, no, they cannot listen. They can't tell a story without the customers. And you a man, major pillar of that, bro. Like that's historic.
You know, look. When Shaq got up there, when I told him about making the watch, you know, and they said, "Hey, Shaq, you hear that?" Shaq said, "Hey, when Godfather speaks, Shaq listens."
Right.
Boom. The watch came out, you know.
So Shaq has a deal, Red Sunshine. Shaq has a deal with Invicta, signed a contract with them like 2 years ago. And since he's been on, he's blessed. I think he actually launched that deal during basketball. What was that? Oh my gosh. I forgot when it was, but they were doing the it wasn't the Hall of Fame. But he did it on the panel. It was live. He gave Chuck and some other people some Invicta pieces. Yep. And he started making the Grand Octanes, everything with diamonds. He loves all this big stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Godfather mentioned that, you know, hey, I want this diver, or you should make this diver. He went into production and made it, and Godfather got the watch and got the diamond study. He didn't get the regular because this one without diamonds as well.
Yep.
So yes, he actually talked to Shaq. Him and Shaq was on like talking.
Yeah.
Live programming.
And I recorded it. You saw the recording, right? I put it out there.
So yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like Shaq signed on with S-Force watches now too. Really?
Cool.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna bring that out too because that watch is not bad. I'll show you guys. That'll be another time. But yeah, man, Godfather, we've been on for an hour and 34 minutes. And before we, you know what I'm saying, give Godfather his evening back, if you guys have any questions or comments and stuff like that, please put it in the chat right now. But Godfather, you know how I feel about you, bro. You know, I appreciate you, man. Just it's just you know what? It's so comfortable talking to you. It's easy to just, you know what I mean? It's like sit back. I can talk to anybody that come up here. You know that.
Hey, listen, this is family, okay?
But,
we are
yeah.
family, you know. I look at it this way. You could be a friend, okay?
Mhm.
And you know, maybe consider you as a friend or say extended family and stuff like that. Once I invite you to my house, and once you come to my house, okay, you are family. You may not be blood, but you family. I treat everybody that walks through my doors, okay, or who has a problem pushing open the screen to get into the garage.
Yep.
I treat everybody when they come in as family. Okay.
Yeah.
I make sure that everybody's taken care of. I make sure you got enough to eat. Is the food okay? You know, and I mean, you know, Mika said she normally don't eat ribs without sauce, but she, you know, ate them ribs right on up, you know?
Only one hobby at a time. Hey, you know, when we pick up hobbies, Red Sunshine, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
And if you jumping in this water, in Invicta, hey. And listen, I'm gonna tell you this: be careful, Vic, because Vic can have you all in Magnum territory. You have every tree out there.
Hey, look.
You know what I'm saying?
We all are, you know, they say we enablers. No, we encourage with style.
We encourage
with style. Okay.
You ain't lying. I appreciate that. And you know, Godfather mentioned those, like, pull that screen apart. And there's a reason why. If you go outside that screen, going outside, the mosquitoes out there will carry you away. I'm telling you right now, the mosquitoes are no joke, man.
Yeah, my brother was wrong for that. Okay, my brother was wrong for that.
Man, we would sit outside talking, man. He was sitting back in his car, and the mosquito just pow. I was like, oh. But like, we were having a great time, man, just talking and talking about the watches that and just like we talk more about the relationships that were built off of the watches. Yeah, that's the thing. It started with a watch and it ended with family.
Yes.
I'm gonna take you up on that offer, GF. You ever invite me in for you? Post up on the couch.
No skivvies on my couch, all right? You better have some shorts on top of them skivvies.
Bro. We not still in the field, bro. You keep that military talk. Hey, and look, and I'll say this too, y'all. If you missed it, he is a veteran, and we got Veterans Day coming up in a couple months, but like we still got Veterans Day coming up. But every day to me is Veterans Day because you lived it, you signed up, you did your thing. We still got people that's actively doing it, man. So I commend those people, and I salute everybody that's fighting for the liberties of our country and stuff like that. Because I know, being a vet, you may not always believe in the mission, you may not believe in what we're fighting for at times, man, but you still do it. So it don't matter. You do it, you'll be a good soldier, the best soldier you can. You drive on regardless. So I know from experience the crap that you have to go through as a soldier, and then once you retire, and some get it better than others, but for the most part, we all have to. And people don't sign up for the military to get paid. No, you know that. Yeah. Come on, man. It's adventure. It's my country.
Hey, that's why I served up. I signed up to travel. Okay. Yep. I wanted to travel the world, and I was smart enough to say, you know what? I'm gonna let Uncle Sam send me all over the world.
Yep. You know? Red Sunshine is giving thanks for that. So if we gonna end on that note, man. Hey, Godfather, always a pleasure, bro. Always. Gosh, you know, I would have loved to have been in your building right now. I would have loved to have been there with you doing this interview, man. I think this has been dope. Man. But this is still dope. You know what I'm saying?
I would have loved that. I missed you during the Labor Day cookout and stuff like that. And I wish that you were here, you know, this way you and RJ, man, come on. Having the two of y'all here, that would have been the icing on top of the cake, you know? Icing on top of the cake, you know?
That would have been crazy, man. We had plans on coming down too, but, you know.
I understand. And listen, these cookouts, they have started back up. They are continuing and everything like that. Okay, Memorial Day, Labor Day. 2 cookouts every year. I already told Ryan and everybody say, you guys are welcome back anytime.
Yep.
Carl said, hey, he got family down here in Virginia Beach. I was like, hey, these are when my cookouts are. I gave him the dates for next year and said, hey, you know, come
Let's
up with
make it
some,
happen.
visit your family, come to the cookout. Jen Vitt, you know, and told her. So I told everybody, these cookouts are happening. And it's not about you coming to do a show.
Right.
Okay. I am not inviting you here to do a show.
Right.
I'm inviting you here for family, fun, and food.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes,
That is
sir.
why I'm inviting you here. You know, and you come and you get to talk to people. And Invicta collectors that show up, just like at the Labor Day one and the Memorial Day one, Invicta collectors brought some of their watches to show.
Yep.
Okay, and you can do that.
It's a
Okay,
great time, y'all. I'm telling you. It's a great time, and I ate it. The
Yeah,
food is amazing.
hey,
I'm telling you, off top.
Yeah.
And then there's people that bring, and I tell you what, if the Garretts get involved and Deidre bring those cakes and pies, and
oh, look. This time, okay, German chocolate cake, beef cobbler, apple cobbler. Okay, she made sure that I had mine. She sent Darren in there to cut my stuff and put it in a tray so that I would have mine. All that stuff went.
okay, it was this T.A. Graves. Say, hey, cuz. Barry and I say hi. You know, we all have that same first Invicta.
Oh, yeah. That's my family up in the D.C. area there.
Yo, welcome in, man. We actually about to cut up out of here, man. But, you know, look, like I said, we can do this all day, man. I just appreciate y'all time, man. I know some of y'all are upset that your team didn't make it. Some people teams were, I guess, split decision. My team won, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Go Bears, bear down, you feel me?
My team, the Ghosts won. They win all the time. The Ghosts win all the time.
The Ghosts win every time. You know what I'm saying? So, Godfather, do you have any kind words of wisdom before we cut up out of here?
Well, I want to thank everybody for, coming on out to this interview and stuff like that, asking questions, enjoying themselves. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. Everybody that's in here that came to the cookout, I hope that you had a wonderful time. Yes, I will be hosting my cookouts twice a year. Is moving forward. You are welcome to come on out, enjoy yourself and everything like that. For folks who might be coming to the cookouts for the first time, give me a heads up so I can have a head count. I got to make sure I got enough food, because if Shaq shows up, you guys might not be able to eat. But no, it's a pleasure for Trap, to be on your show and to talk with, like you said. We get together, we talk. Family can talk about anything and everything, and we do that. You say this all started with a watch and turned into family. You are absolutely correct on that. Okay, for me, this started with me jumping out of an airplane. Okay, and losing my Seiko. Okay, if I hadn't lost that Seiko, I would not be into Invicta. I would not be in with this family. So, yes, I am thankful, a little sad, but thankful I lost that Invicta. I mean, that Seiko, because I gained this wonderful family, And DK, that is in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
You can hit me. Look, DK, you can hit me up on IG. If you're thinking about coming, I'll give you the dates, give you the address and stuff like that. I've already got the date set in stone. So
yeah, look, all I can say, man, he sent the invitation out. I'd love to see you guys there, because that's a part of what we want to do, just to hang out, just to hang out. It is a blessing to be around like-minded folks, man, and just feel comfortable, and at ease, no worries, no troubles, and then just happen to talk about watches while we there. People playing cards in the back, you know what I'm saying? And it's a fun time.
Kids were upstairs watching movies on the TV and stuff like that. So, I mean, you come to enjoy yourself. You have a good time. You meet good people and stuff like that. And as I tell people when they come, this is a family function. Okay? This is not a drunk fest. This is not adult fun.
Right.
Okay? My family okay, do not have a problem kicking you out if you act a fool. Okay, nobody acts a fool. The Memorial Day cookout and the Labor Day cookout, everybody came, had a good time and stuff like that. Yes, there is alcohol on the premises. There's beer, there's sodas, there's water, there's juices. Okay, so there's stuff here for you to have a taste or two if that's what you want. Like you said, people playing cards, people watching movies, people just talking, listening to music and stuff like that. You know, if you want to see family, you come on out, okay?
Yep.
You want to see family, you come on out. If you want to verify what Trap has seen and what Ryan Johnson has seen, you'll come out, okay?
That's it.
I am not the type of person that's going to say I have something and I don't. I have 7 grills.
Yes, sir.
I'm at old dark 30 in the morning cooking on all 7 grills. And I slow cook so that the meat is nice and tender. You know?
That's
Nice
look.
and
I'm
tender.
telling you, I've had it. I probably ate about 20 pounds of meat. I was like, yo, them ribs is like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, come
Like I
if you
said,
like.
I know Mika said, hey, that she normally don't eat ribs without sauce, but
Peace
she
and
was killing
respect.
those ribs that day.
My man, Information Man, walked up in the building. Thank you for coming in, man, bro. That's another. Hey, listen, if you guys don't know or haven't been over to Information Man's channel, man, like he got this podcast, dude, he be having some serious conversations, like some serious stuff, yo. Like, so please tap into that. If you guys are on social media, you like YouTube stuff, go over there. He has some great topics. And then we got House of X. It's always entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Always entertaining. Thank you guys for being here. We're actually about to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? We've had nearly 2 hours with Godfather. You know what I'm saying? The man, one of the pillars of the Invicta community. Yes, AL Lalo owns Invicta. He's the CEO. Shop HQ is their own entity. You know what I'm saying? And they have their boutique for Invicta. But the collectors make it what it is. They get the ideas, they give them, put them out, whatever, and these guys collect them. But like when you come into Godfather's realm, people like him, they embody the whole family vibe. And it's bigger than just buying a watch. It's bigger than just buying a watch. So, guys, we've had him on for 1 hour and 47 minutes, man. And we can go, I'm telling you, me and this guy, we can go. Y'all know if y'all been fit, like, look, if y'all have been visiting this channel at any time, y'all know I can talk all day. And then you got Godfather over here, we can talk all day. But
all day,
you know,
all day.
I want to respect the time of Godfather, and I definitely want to eat my meal. I didn't want to do it on camera, so I'm going to end it with that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, family, thank you guys for the support shot. Thank you for becoming a member. Thanks for all of my members, man. You guys stay tuned. We will have some stuff coming up. Members only type stuff. I'll show you guys where the money is going. You'll see it every dollar. So just appreciate you guys supporting me, supporting the channel, supporting Wally Hustle, man. If y'all missed it, go check it out. We just dropped the video earlier today. Other than that, this is me and Godfather signing off, man. And until the next lightning strike, family, What's wrong? What happened? Hold up, before we hit you with the lightning strike.
Go down and read one of the comments.
What was the comment?
Because I decided to pick that watch you talked about. Edmund.
Oh, he's okay. He said, hey.
Okay, that's my cousin. All right.
Hey, so Edmund, are you next? You're welcome to come over here on the lifestyle, man. Holla at your boy. Let me see where your collection at, man. I'd love to have you on the show, man. You're more than welcome to come up here. And if you feel comfortable coming up with Godfather, y'all can, you know what I'm saying, hook up and I can have both y'all.
Yeah.
So
hey, let me, before you say the next.
No, go ahead.
The Labor Day cookout, okay? There was people at the cookout that said, dang, I need to get a watch now. Okay. They saw the Invicta family and saw all these watches, and they said, I need to get a watch. My wrist feels naked up here with all these folks and these beautiful. I need to get a watch. So I'm expecting to see some of my family members who didn't have watches at the cookout. So
Stay close to the channel, y'all, because I'm going to be doing collage videos coming up, and I'll show you the watches in its entirety, because somebody requested, they say, hey, Trap, you know, you doing the state of collection, we'd like to see more of your collection. So instead of me sitting here like, hey, look at this, I'm going to just put a collage together so you can see the whole thing and see what they have to offer.
Yes.
Maybe something there that you like. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Jesus laughing. Jesus always laughing at somebody.
Of course, he always laughing.
Yeah. So, family, thank you so much. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, collect and be happy. Make sure your money's spent well on the watch that you like the most, man. All right. So, until the next Lightning Strike, family, with my wife's hands all in
DC world.
y'all
Oh, my mouth
be
hurt.
blessed. Stop. Get out of here.